Hello, and welcome to another video with myself, Reverend Arlene C. So, this was going to be one of those like the shorts videos that I usually make with the oracle cards or tarot cards for your intuitive reading. But I was very drawn to bringing forward this deck that I just truly love, the medicine cards. It's such a great deck. And the card that fell out today was the bear, number 5, which also 5 is change, which we are all experiencing very intensely right now. Um, and there is no ignoring the level of energy that is bringing forward how so much is unfolding and being stirred up within us that it can feel very unsettling because we're not used to this level of our foundation being so rattled. So often, as you know, when I pull cards, I just automatically go into intuitive download, right? Or upgrade or upload, whatever you want to call it. But I really felt with this card and the message that I wanted to bring forward today that I needed to read the book part first. So what comes through in the description through the book. And then I'll share my 2 cents. So the bear. So first it says, bear, invite me in to the cave where silence surrounds the answers you gave. And it's beautiful because the message surrounding the bear is introspection. The strength of bear medicine is the power of introspection. It lies in the West on the great medicine wheel of life. Bear seeks honey, or the sweetness of truth, within the hollow of an old tree. In the winter, when the ice queen reigns, and the face of death is upon the earth, bear enters the womb cave to hibernate, to digest the year's experience. It is said that our goals reside in the West alone also. To accomplish the goals and the dreams that we carry, the art of introspection is necessary. To become like the bear, to become like bear and enter the safety of the womb cave, you must attune ourselves to the energies of the eternal mother. The great void is the place where all solutions and answers live in harmony with the questions that fill our realities. If we choose to believe that there are many questions to life, we must also believe that the answers to these questions reside within us. Each and every being has the capacity to quiet the mind, enter the silence, and know. Many tribes have called this space of inner knowing the dream lodge, where the death of illusion of physical reality overlays the expansiveness of eternity. It is in the dream lodge that our ancestors sit in council and advise us regarding alternative paths that lead to our goals. This is the power of bear. There's more, but I felt like I needed to stop it there. Wow, what an amazing card. Totally speaks to the energies, and it really connects to some of the other readings I have shared or messages about this call to ancestral energies, right? And bringing in the old energies of the wisdom and knowledge that was there, right? And a lot of it is, I also feel the need to respect, right? Where so many times, as much as, yes, we need to grow and change with the time, right? But there's still certain things where things of the old are still very important. And I feel that often, when people think of spirituality or new age or metaphysical, metaphysics and, supernaturals and all those things, right? And they think of the mystics and the oracles and the magic. they forget that, or sometimes too, without sounding harsh, a lot of people just jump on the bandwagon, right? They think it's cool or they're looking for something, but they haven't really gone in, done the research, and really tapped into themselves too, and listened to the ancestors and understanding that there is this beautiful, and every time I talk about this, like my body's just giving me goosebumps and shivers. So clearly we were onto something here. So for me personally, right, I've always tapped into, and I've always had this connection to the ancestors because I do believe that there is a lot that is part of my lineage that, I still don't have full awareness of. And also that connects to my other lives that I've had, right? And I think I've said before, where the one life that I always feel such a draw to in this life now and in my reality here is being a high priestess in the time of Avalon and being very much connected to those old ways, right? The Celtic old ways and just, the old religions, being very much connected to, Mother Earth and Father God, and all those things, right? And as much as I was raised Roman Catholic, there's still, I feel that there's just so much more out there, right? That I don't fall under any real label. I don't choose to call myself spiritual or metaphysical or anything. I'm just me, and I allow God to speak through me and guide me. And I feel that everything is all connected anyways. So there is something to learn from from everything that's out there. There's so much information out there, and there is a connection to everything. And it's just a matter of quieting the ego and allowing those things to unfold and produce themselves, right? And this is where the introspection comes in, and understanding that there's a bit of truth in everything, right? So I often feel like many times in the generations now, they've lost the respect, or they haven't given the respect to the old ways, right? Because they always just want to believe that, oh, there's newer ways to do it. And yes, I'm not saying there isn't newer ways, but there's still very much these cosmic laws that are still very much in play, whether you believe it or not, right? There is the always, it's the above and below, and so within and so without, right? And there's always a balance, right? It's all about a give and take, and that every choice and decision you make, there is another side to those choices that you make, right? And like, not like eye for an eye, but kind of like that, right? Where there's this always these aspects of things that we need to see from all angles, right? And that, every time we take something and we use it for ourselves, it's almost like, then yes, we need a sort of offering for what we've taken or what we've used, so that there's this balance again. And I feel like this is very much too of what the bear is talking about, is that we need to understand that there's so much more. There's this, it's like I keep seeing like the webs, the weaving, and it's just so beautiful because it's so deep within, that so many have forgotten that everything has these connection and weaves. And um, it's almost like when you think of the fates and the sisters with the scissors, and they cut the fates, they cut the strings of our life. But there's so much intricate weaving that takes place, and that is there if we could quiet the mind and look and see. And this is our time. As much as spring is now coming forward, we're almost in April, it's the time of, activation, but we're still, in a sense, in a way, we're still in that hibernation sense, because we still need to go in and do more of the work, and connect and access, and gain access to these wise women, wise men, the medicine women, the medicine men, the shaman, the old druids, right? The old pagans, even the old priests and stuff too, because it was just different back then too with certain things. I'm not saying that there, that everything was right or wrong, again, even though I don't believe in right and wrong, but um, sure, there were still things that maybe wasn't beneficial or was harsh in old ways, but there were still very many aspects that were there too that were important. I'm hoping I'm making sense. I feel like I'm rambling now. All I know is this is a time of introspection. This is your time to go into your special lodge, your womb of self-being, connecting to those ancestors, connecting to those who have so much information to share, and figuring out how to incorporate those things in this world now, and understanding that there is a give and take of everything. There are these cosmic laws, and they're becoming more and more in our reality now. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's message. Until next time, surrounding you all in love.